intro. See you in a sec.
Warning, the following is a long list of warnings. If warnings offend you, do not watch this show. Warning, this show contains adult themes. If you're not an adult, do not watch this show. Warning, this show contains a lot of offensive language and may contain graphic content. If you're a Karen, do not watch this show. Warning, this show may contain shabby impersonations of celebrities. If you're a celebrity, represent one, or think this is unfair, do not watch this show. Warning, this show contains what could be seen as controversial and subversive ideas and opinions. If you can't handle differing opinions, do not watch this show. Warning, this show actively shows the consumption of tobacco, cannabis, and alcohol. If this offends you, do not watch this show. Warning, this show may discuss topics including but not limited to those in the realm of politics and conspiracy theories in a politically incorrect format. If these topics offend you or make you uneasy, please do not watch this show. Warning, the producers of the show will do almost anything for a laugh. If comedy or extreme comedic premises offend you, please do not watch the show. The opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of the producers, affiliates, hosts, ISP, streaming platforms, advertisers, partners, or like.
Coming to you from an undisclosed location inside the beautiful land of the Blackfoot Confederacy and Treaty 7 territory, Big Nate Productions presents Getting Laid with Nate.
All right. How's it going, everybody? It's been a crazy week. I think I figured a whole bunch of stuff out. I want to first, isn't that intro unreal? Isn't it great? Don't they rule? I just want to give a shout out to my buddy Elliot Ross for putting all that together. He wrote the intro theme and he did the video for it too, which super awesome friends. And I want to thank Ace. Ace isn't here. It's unlikely he will return. It appears that he's going back to work and going back to school. He's becoming a crazy coder guy. Sounds like a lot of work, but yeah. So he's coding constantly now. And I want to give a big shout out to him because he really helped me out and set me up a lot here. And he's lending me some rad gear. And thanks a lot, dude. I also want to give a quick shout out to Carlin Blackrabbit for doing the land recognition at the beginning. Thanks a lot. So, usually at this time, I do a monologue, but monologues are really, really hard to write. It's actually the hardest thing I've ever had to try and write. Like, I could write a bass line or something much easier and better. So in lieu of that, I don't know if y'all know this. I'm going to do a quick commercial for Tom Green here. He started his own kind of show like this. It's called the Tom Green Podcast. He calls it Web-A-Vision sometimes. And I've always been a huge Tom Green fan, so I've been following this. And wouldn't you know it, like in his show, here, I'll show you. Actually, he's pointing at it right now. He's got right here, you can't really see it. Hold on, let me try to get the whole thing here. Oh, darn, we missed it. But he's got like a 1970s phone there that he puts the number out for. And then he's got some other thing he puts the number out for. And I don't know if it's Skype or whatever, but he's got the landline. And then he says his phone, Tom's phone. So he says on the show, too, that he'll pick it up. So if you call it, you could call it any time and pick it up. So we're welcome to do this. So I don't know if this is going to be funny at all. I mean, I really don't. But we're going to give it a whirl anyways. What should we do, chatters? Should we do Tom's phone first or the landline with the answering machine? I'm going to wait for the chatters here. We got 21 live viewers right now. That's super rad. Lots of rad chat action going on. What do you think? Landline? I'm just going to override all of you. You're not paying attention. Let's see. Let's do the landline. 1-3-2-3. Yeah, I'll read it out too. So you can call them if you want. 1-323-822-5300. And there we go.
This mailbox is not currently accepting messages because voicemail has not yet been activated. Please try your call again later. Este buzón de correo no acepta mensajes actualmente porque el correo de voz todavía no se ha activado. Por favor, intente llamar de nuevo más adelante. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, that one didn't work. That's funny because he said that one had an answering machine on it, but it clearly has not been set up. Okay, now this is Tom's phone. 1-510-925-1565. Oh. User busy. Let's try again. Damn it. All right, well, there we go. That burned 6 minutes or something, or less. Oh yeah, okay, so what we got coming up, we're going to do a quick commercial here in a second, but we are going to sit down tonight with the HorrorCon people. Their show is supposed to be happening right now. We're going to sit down with them for a few minutes, and then we got Becca, who's angry at me, kind of. I don't know. You'll see. We're going to have to figure it all out together. And then after that, we got the Neck of the Woods. Neck of the Woods. Oh, my God. Their new album, The Annex of Ire, is out now. Go check it out. We're going to play one of their videos, and I have quite a lengthy conversation with Jeff Radomski, and then we'll wrap her up at the end. So, yeah, we'll be right back. All right, yeah, that was a commercial for my buddy Jordan Bourgeau. Isn't his art insane? Yeah, check him out. He's hard to get a hold of right now. He's working on some big deals with like rappers and stuff. And as you could see in that commercial, he's really intense. So go check out Jabo. Okay, now I actually have stuff written down this time. Yeah, so last night we did a pre-tape of this interview where I sat down with Lee and Dan Doherty from the Calgary HorrorCon, and like I kind of said there, they got canceled and stuff. We don't talk about that terribly much, but yeah, check out this interview. There it is. All right. Hello, everybody. I am here with Dan and Lee of Calgary Horror Con. And yeah, we're going to talk about. So, Horror Con was supposed to happen right now as we're taping this, right? Today's Thursday. Tonight was supposed to be the VIP start off meet and greet. Oh, okay, cool. So, obviously the COVID's has made it where you can't do that. So any plans to reschedule? I thought I saw a post that said you were rescheduling, but that's not happening now.
Well, we're looking to it's our 10th year anniversary, and with so much uncertainty, we didn't really want to do a week show this year. So with not being able to book flights and stuff, we're looking at just basically postponing till June of 2021.
Fair enough. Think you'll still do it at the Clarion?
Yes, because I love them.
Oh, yeah? They've been good to you?
The seedy part of the city. It goes well. It's pretty horrific. Love the Clarion. They've used us well.
Yeah,
and
they've done good for us. Really good.
And I want to stay in a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Is the thing, because we have
close.
alcohol.
Yes,
we have a bar, and it's a lot more relaxed atmosphere. So, not really interested in going to a bigger venue or anything else. We like the community feel.
You had some guests that you had planned this year that you were saying were a little older, right? Like you don't want to put anybody in danger.
I don't want to kill anyone off. I mean, Barbara Steele is in her 80s,
traveling from.
I'm not sure where she was coming from, but the thing is that there is. I don't want anyone to get sick or anyone to get like some of the people that I bring in for celebrities. Me and Lee are both like 80s horror and slasher, and some of these people are getting up there. Like it. The reason for us to postpone for a year is we kind of want the world to settle down. We don't want to be off in any of our celebrities. We want all our
panic,
to be healthy and
everything.
Yeah. So that was the reason to kind of push things off. Peter Copper, love to have him into Calgary. We had him booked. He's the killer in the original 84. What would they come out? I can't remember the year, but the original My Bloody Valentine, he was the killer, the slasher. He was Harry Warden, the miner. So that was killing people off. But
nice.
We're hardcore classic horror, but we love new horror as well. But for our guests, we're trying to bring in as many guests before they're gone, because we've lost a bunch already.
Bad years of losing horror icons, right? Like, so it's tough to get them to travel.
I mean, the biggest shock for us is like I was looking to book Gunnar Hansen, the original Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it just was never at that stage when we were able to do it. And then he was gone. And the same with Roddy Piper. I was in negotiations with his agent, and They Live. It's an amazing John Carpenter film. So we're trying to reach back and get all these older guests in, and with a virus is killing our elderly, we can't bring them in. So yeah, so we tabled it for a year, the HorrorCon, but I think we're going to use our time wisely. Bigger, better.
Restart, reset.
Bigger, better.
Bigger, better.
I've gotten to work with you guys as sound guy, and I've seen a couple of the events, and I noticed that you take your guests out to Banff. What's the idea behind that? And you take them anywhere else besides Banff, or?
I want to showcase our province and our country, and treat our guests the way they should be treated. So we have that VIP. We have that treatment. We bring them out to the mountains. We spend a day. That's basically my, Lee, and Katrina's day. Spend time. It's the ultimate experience for us to be able to spend with the guys we've seen
that you're huge fans
on
of.
the big screen.
Quality time, but not being the fanboy. Just getting to enjoy a walk with them while they're taking photos and they're talking about the scenery. But
we've had the craziest experiences.
Again, watching how you do this show. So I watch you. This van pulls up and all these like celebrities get out, and they've just had the most mind-blowing day and probably meal or something. And then
gather
and
them
then
like cattle.
Now we bring them downstairs into Dickens, and you white hat them. So I wanted to ask you about the white hat. Like, is that something that you went after, or was that something that?
It's purely for my amusement. Like, I wanted to give them something, and they don't do the keys to the city. They do a white hat, and it's a cowboy hat, and I'll never wear a cowboy hat my whole life.
You're making it memorable.
We've had celebrities that have left, like Lloyd Kaufman. He has it hanging in his office. He takes videos and sends them to us with the white hat on, and is brilliant. Like, the guy, he's done the most fucked up films, from Toxic Avenger to Return to Nukem High, and he's got videos on how to make feces and blood and guts and gore and stuff online.
And we gave him a white hat.
And we gave him a white hat, and he wears it with pride.
Yeah.
He's an honorary Calgarian.
Well, and like you said,
we've had a bunch of people, and I've had cowboys like Dick Warlock, who was Michael Myers' Halloween 2, as well as he was in Halloween 3 as one of the what do you call them, drones or whatever, or whatever. So he is a cowboy, so he wears that with pride. And
like you say, he calls you all the time, so it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, Lloyd Kaufman's Uncle Lloyd. Yeah, he's got to come back to Calgary.
Let's just say
he's a Calgarian.
Let's just say some of them were there because they took them because they loved them, and some of them were left at the hotel. Just say, here you go, we got our white hat, thank you.
Wow.
So that was donated, to other people.
So now the bellhop got white hatted. All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
No worries, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, it was nice sitting down with those guys. It's a bummer. This should have been going on right now, the horror con there. But wish them the best for next year. Next, I'm going to throw another quick commercial at you from my friend Taylor about all the stuff she does. And then we're gonna have Becca. She's angry, and then we're gonna talk to the neck of the woods fella, Mr. Jeff Radomski. Be right back.
And thank you for trying to bring back that spirit. It's going to take lots of people pulling together to do it.
This is gonna be awesome. Why does it taste like that?
We've never seen anything like that. You mean a drag king? Whatever disease you get from putting your ass to toilet seat, that guy's out there.
I'm not fast yet. I know where it all is, but I'm not fast yet. So yeah, I'll explain what happened with Becca here. So not last week, because with all the crushing stuff that was going on and still is going on, it was hard for me to find anything funny to do last week, and there was some mess ups with guests and stuff. It's all good. It just happens. But so after the show, before that, season episode 4, season 1, I got all these angry. Somehow this random got my number, and I woke up the next day with all these weird messages on my answering machine. So, anyways, I put them all together here, and I hope you enjoy.
Hello? Is this getting late with Nate? I heard about you fuckers. Yeah, I heard you into the metal music. Mm-hmm. My friend Jessica, she told me all about you. Mm-hmm. I'm just calling to say, I haven't watched the show, and I don't like it. Okay? Yeah. Hello. Is this Peach Bellini Central? I'm looking for 1900. That's Bellini Metalman Net. Ah. Hello. Hello. It's just getting late with Nate, the metal man. My friend told me about you. My friend Jessica. My friend Sal. And my husband, Becca. 'Cause I'm also Becca. This is Becky Solomon. Becky Solomon the first. I'm the first batch. Okay? Got me, bitch? All right. Well, hello. Is this getting late with Nate? I'm looking for getting late with that. I heard we've got 4 fucking episodes in the bag. That's what I heard. Mm-hmm. I also heard you can drink about 17 patch bananas, you bash. Is that true? Coming back. Nah. Hello. Hello, is this Matt? This is Becca. Becca Solomon. That's right. I'm looking for Matt. I want to tell you something. Hello? Is this Big Lad? Big Lad? This Big Lad not with gotten not? Because I hope it is. It's just Becca Solomon. I am just calling to let you know I love the show. Episode 4. Hello. This is Becca Solomon. Just want you to know I'm fucking hot with you. I had it. Okay? Hello. This is Becca Solomon. I'm just driving around in my Mustang, drinking some wine. Just want you to know, you're going to have to edit that stuff, because I don't give a fuck yeah. Alright, so episode 4. I mean, like, yeah. Hello? Hello, Nat. Nat, I know where you live. I sure don't, but even if I do, I do. I want to find you, because I know that you're getting wet. Okay? Call me back, that's not. Back at town, that's not. You fucking boss.
So that's what I woke up to on Saturday, everybody. And that was cut down. That was the good ones. That wasn't, there was some that were really sloppy in there. So I don't know. We'll see. Becca might show up again someday. We don't know. Just stay tuned every week to find out about the ongoing Becca saga. And I wanted to say too, if y'all can fucking tell everybody this is going on, the plan here on out is to do these religiously every Friday at 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And fucking, I just need you to subscribe to the YouTube. We're like fucking everywhere, Instagram and all that stuff too, Getting Late with Nate. And just tell people about it. And, you know, just try to help the viewership. This is really fun, and I'd like to continue to keep doing it. So, and with that being said too, thanks everybody for watching. The chat's lit. It's good times. All right, so now we are going to see a real quick ad from the folks over at Temple Music Academy. You should, if you're in the Abbotsford area, if you're in the Lower Mainland, I was born there. I was born in Mission. If I still lived in Mission, I would go here and get lessons. All right, quick sticker. Cool. So now we're going to have the musical guests. It was really awesome to sit down with Jeff Radomski of Neck of the Woods. These guys just had fucking the whole world by the nuts, and, you know, big tours planned, and just got cut off at the knees. And yeah, so we talk about it quite in depth. I play the video first because they put out this video called The Annex of Ire. It's the title track off the album of the same name. And they just put it out like fucking March 20th, I'm pretty sure is what he said. And so we watched the video, and then it gets into the interview. So I will see you in about 20 minutes with both of those things happening. So cheers, everybody. Here we go. Wow. Epic. Crazy. Hi, everybody. I'd like to welcome my friend Jeff from Neck of the Woods.
Hello.
You had a little bit to do with that video we just saw, huh?
Yeah, everything to do with it. It was a wild ride making that thing happen.
Yeah, no kidding. So tell me, like, obviously it's filmed in BC. Yeah, it looks like BC to me.
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Just outside of Merritt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Only a few hours away.
When did you do that? Like, when did you shoot it?
We shot the music. I'm sitting in front of my calendar with like all of my dates. I think we shot it in September of 2019.
September 2019.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. So a location shoot, that must have been
absolute hell.
Yeah. It sounds expensive too.
No, and it wasn't expensive because I am incredibly lucky to work with a ton of people who have a diverse range of skill sets and were willing to volunteer a lot of their time. And I had an incredible director named Rob who's directed a ton of videos of bands that you've probably seen. He did a couple Woodhawk ones. He's doing a Dead Quiet one. He's done a We Hunt Buffalo video.
Nice.
He's an excellent cinematographer, and he is capable of working every role. I think we had a crew of 9. And I did manage to get grant funding for that one.
Oh, nice.
Which was absolutely key. If we didn't have grant funding, it would have been an even larger number that I am in debt for the band. So that was a treat. That certainly saved my personal bank account.
Yeah. So what you're accredited as producer on it. What exactly does that entail for those that don't know?
Well, myself and the director Rob got together and wrote the storyboard and the idea and the whole concept behind it. And while Rob was both directing, camera operating, and running a couple other different sections of the film, I was standing over his shoulder, making sure that everything looked the way that I wanted it to, which was fantastic that we managed to work so fluidly together without absolutely killing each other, because that can be a tricky relationship sometimes.
Sure.
So, we had to respect each other's artistic direction, but ultimately he gave me so much freedom and so much flexibility. So I just managed to stand in every shot and just make sure, okay, this looks great. I don't like these colors. I do like these colors. I don't like this camera move it. Let's make this direction this way. And like he was so good in that every idea he had was gold, and everything that I wanted to try, even if he knew it was wrong, he'd be like, cool, let's give it a shot, and then let's do it my way, and then we'll go back and forth. And it was never any confrontation. He had a really positive attitude. So being the producer meant that I kind of had to do a little bit of every single thing, whether it be, feeding all 12 of the people. We had 2 lovely ladies in hair and makeup, my incredible partner who volunteered a ton of her time to do exactly the same thing of, doing a Tim Hortons run from the bush into Merritt at 4 a.m. so that everyone can have coffee at 5 and we can be shooting by 5:30 at sunrise, kind of stuff. And a few actors, a couple friends volunteering their time to do that. And we had an incredible first AC, or second AC, which is assisted camera. If you're unfamiliar with the term, means the person who is pulling the focus. So focusing the lens, that's a job that sometimes goes unnoticed in film. And I mean, it should go unnoticed, because if you don't notice the focus puller, that means they're doing an incredible job.
Yeah, you're a ninja.
Yeah, exactly. And we had this guy named Chris Merrill, and Chris Merrill him and Rob are the 2 people I cannot speak highly enough about. They're both fantastic people, and Chris's level of expertise, professionalism, and ability to just get the job done without any gruff was through the roof. That video came together in part because of him joining our team, and he joined last second. But Rob and Chris both work full-time in the film industry, so it was as professional as it could possibly be. We had a pretty tight budget. It was under $10,000, and it was
nice.
A stressful 3 days of
I bet.
not sleeping. It was 2 20-hour days back to back, and then one 17-hour day. So it was a lot. But
and
I
all your
all
your friends that are super skilled giving their all like at a super discount too, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, like my friends that are actors, you know, like I'm sure you maybe even recognize it's Mitch and Milton, who are two predominant people here in Vancouver. Milton's an exceptional photographer. Mitch Ray ran Studio Vostok for a while, which is a small metal venue here in town. And they both were just champions. The guy who plays the monster, the Annex of Ire character, he's a close friend of mine. We've been best pals for ever, and he volunteered his time entirely, and he, you know, stood and it was surprisingly cold, and he just stood there shirtless for like hours and hours, and he's in makeup for hours, and he handled it like a champion. And his name's Adam Sharp. He's another keystone of that project coming together. So I got really lucky. Whether or not I can replicate that, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll certainly try at some point in time. But being able to bite off an ambitious project like a narrative-driven video with some special effects, some VFX, proper makeup on a location shoot was definitely a dream, and I couldn't be happier with how it turned out.
Yeah, well, nice work, man. Do you care to speak about like the concept behind the video?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like what's it all about there? I'll tell you right now, when I watched that guy, and I've watched this video way over a dozen times. Actually, maybe before we get into that, this is the title track off of the album, The Annex of Ire. That's
yes,
correct, right?
That is correct.
And when was that put out? And under Pelagic Records, right? Is that?
Yep, we released it with Pelagic Records on March. What day did our record come out? I haven't like.
It was
done
right when everything
stuff.
shit the bed, right?
Yeah, it was at like the fucking worst possible.
It was the
time.
Friday
March
the 13th.
20th.
Oh, the 20th, the week after everything shit the bed.
Yeah. We were trying to put it out on the 13th, but the Pelagic schedule didn't line up.
That's
terrible.
So
we put it on March 20th, and we were supposed to be in Austin, Texas, playing at South by Southwest when it was released. And then, you know, a week later, we were supposed to be doing a handful of gigs all throughout Western Canada, and then going on tour with Misery Signals and this, that, and the other. But, you know, as it goes, everybody's in the same boat up Schitt's Creek. So,
yeah, I mean, it's a good thing that's a fact, right? It's a good thing that this is like they locked down everybody, like across the whole world. Because I think people would really be losing it if that wasn't the case, right?
Oh, of course, man.
Like
absolutely.
It's like, oh, everybody's screwed. Oh, okay, I guess.
100%.
Okay, so if you could tell me about the concept behind that masterpiece video. Like I said, I've watched it. Oh, but when that guy's taking he's drying out his bandages. God, I just want to cry.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Very emotionally took me somewhere.
Yeah, he's having a rough go. So I don't need to explain the storyline. I'm sure you can tell what the narrative is going on there. The song "The Annex of Ire" was actually written about an instance that the band faced during the release of our previous record called "The Passenger." We released that record and had purchased album artwork from an artist in the United States who unfortunately sold it to another band, lied to us, breached contract, and then ghosted us. So this song was me writing about how mad I was. If you ended up catching our release like right when we put it out, it had a different album cover.
Whoa.
And then we had to take it down, take it off Spotify. Very fortunately, we had not yet placed our order for vinyl or CDs or anything. And then we had to do a new cover, new advertising graphics, new merch, new everything, new layout for the album, the whole thing, because it was all done. And this was like, we had to do that after we had already released the single off that album, which was Bottom Feeder. So The Annex of Ire was me writing about me being very mad and really, really hating somebody for the first time in my life. You know, like, you have discrepancies, you butt heads with somebody, but I truthfully, before that moment, hadn't like genuinely ever really experienced true hate before.
Sure.
Hence The Annex of Ire. And that the storyline and plot behind the music video kind of follows two guys in a post-apocalyptic kind of scenario one of which with a walkie-talkie. He's clearly searching for somebody that he's lost. He's trying to, rejoin either civilization or.
Sorry,
yeah.
I just got to stop you. It's like Armageddon here in Calgary right now. Like lightning just hit the fucking Bonesian. So anyway, sorry. That's what you're hearing in the background, folks. And if everything
so
lights
fill
on
up
fire,
with water.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
It's all good. I'm born and raised in Calgary. I know how that place turns so quickly. So it follows these two guys, one of which is looking to reconnect with either a missing partner or find civilization. He's trying to trace power lines. He's drawing out coordinates of where he's going with chalk all over the place and in whatever way he can. And he gets stalked by this malevolent, evil dude who's in the opening sequence has, killed somebody and taken what they have from them. And he follows our lead character Mitch to a point where he ambushes him while he's at the fire, kills him, starts going through his book, starts going through his stuff, and kind of a reincarnation of his character is then born into that big creepy looking tall scary monster like the Annex of Ira main character who chases him and scares him to death. The man trips and impales himself, and it kind of reveals that it was not necessarily all completely in his head, but it was a little bit of a figment that drove him to sprint through the woods and impale himself. And it was kind of the resurrected spirit of the man he killed, bringing him to his final end, symbolic of someday I will fuck your life up, Christopher McKinney, because you took something from me. So if you read the lyrics to that song, it's pretty direct, and it's not as riddled with metaphor as I tend to write. So it was a fun one. And I'm really glad that, again, I had the pleasure of working with Rob, because I was like, I want to do a song for this video. And he immediately, well before the album was out, listened to it on repeat and read the lyric sheet and was like, oh man, I've got so many ideas. And we really clicked on that one, of the idea of kind of like a beyond the grave revenge. It's not like a wildly original idea in terms of horror, but it was fun to make like a 7-minute horror movie.
Yeah, no, very cool. Right on.
It actually got nominated for a couple of awards too, which was pretty cool.
Really? Oh yeah.
It's up for best music video for Canadian Cinematography Awards.
Oh.
And Rob, the director, has been shopping it around to film festivals, which is kind of fun and exciting. So hopefully we get something from there.
That's cool. And at least you could use like your anger to make art too.
That's key.
Yeah, it's key to turn it into something good.
Yeah, you got to talk about your feelings, man. I just yell about them at everybody, and for some reason, everybody seems to be all right with it. So
yeah, I'm kind of going backwards in the interview here. Well, like kind of backwards chronologically, I guess. So you're one of these people I know that you start doing something and you become like really, really good at it. Kind of like the tattoos, kind of like the vocals. I mean, fuck, I've seen you hanging upside down off of shit, and it's nuts. It sucks that everybody can't see you right now. It's like, because you guys were all planned up to be out there showing everybody what's up. But you mentioned that you were a skateboarder too. So how many championships in skateboarding did you win?
So I skated in like a specific style of skating called downhill skateboarding, like longboarding, some people would say. And I raced quite a bit. I raced professionally, which is why I dropped out of university and moved to Vancouver originally. And before I got into tattooing, I was riding downhill at a professional level, which was a lot of fun. I absolutely loved it. I didn't win any major races, but
longboard, right?
Yeah. So you're like in a tucked position racing downhill. So that was my main jam. So I was down for the speed. I just wanted to go as fast as possible on a board.
I was born in Mission. I knew, and I lived there for a couple of years around high school.
Yeah.
And there's lots of those guys out there because that whole town's on the side of a. You ever longboard out in Mission?
100%.
Oh yeah, fuck! I bet.
Yeah, there's.
Why wouldn't you?
Like I moved to Vancouver to skate.
Yeah.
And growing up in Calgary and like being in university and being an active downhill rider, like I've skated every hill in that city, and as soon as I moved out here, it was like, oh, it's the glory land. Like this whole city is on a mountain, so it's everything into the valley as well. Is just like, which was very fun.
That's cool. So, and then we ended up at because, like you said, you're a native Calgarian, and we ended up, I think, after, I don't know if I mixed you guys. You guys played in town somewhere or something, or I went to one of your shows or something.
Yep.
And we ended up at the after party at your parents' house where you grew up. Like,
yeah, my parents are a real treat, man.
Oh man, it was so
Jeffrey's
cool.
in town. Bring all your band friends over. They're very, very excited.
And then so picture this, I show up at this party and your dad has, I think it was Nick from Planet Eater. He has him down in the Barca Lounger laying out level and he's doing some trick on him. Maybe it wasn't Nick, it was somebody else. But and then so I'm like, what the hell is going on? Oh yeah, he's been a magician for 30 years. And then oh okay. And then you guys were juggling in the living room?
Yeah. My dad's a magician, and when I was a kid, I was his assistant and a juggler. So I am very proficient at juggling and club passing. I can like juggle torches, machete, chainsaw, that whole shtick I can do. And I did that for a number of years when I was younger as well, and like when I was in university as well. And it just apparently doesn't really fade. Once if you're like forced into doing that as a kid, then you're going to be good at it in your adult life too. But yeah, my dad's a magician, which I know it takes a lot of people like, oh my God, that's the coolest thing in the world. And it's like, it's really cool when you've seen it 5 million times.
Yeah. When you know the trick, it's like, geez, dad again.
Yeah.
The old handkerchief trick. I mean, fuck.
It makes him happy. He loves it. I love watching my dad smile. So I always play along with the gag. But yeah, that was a fun upbringing. I got to say I'm lucky for that. My mom, actually, she's like incredibly soft-spoken about it, but she had a long stint where she was tiptoeing the line of master puppeteer of marionette operation. So she's like used to have a whole puppet workshop in the basement.
Whoa!
Like super elaborate, like 20-string marionettes that were, like fully capable of every movement and whatnot. They were really articulated, cool puppets. So she was into that. My dad's doing that. My sister's an incredible artist who did face painting. Our family we had an agent, so we could like came as a package as well, which was kind of
whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, you were like Swiss Family Silver Springs?
Yeah, nailed it. Pretty much. Yeah, pretty spot on.
Right on. Cool. So, what else? Let's see. I had one more question. So, do you guys have any gigs booked? I mean, like, go buy their fucking record, everybody. Like, where are they? Bandcamp? What do they do? Like,
yeah. We're on Bandcamp, of course. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, everything. We're everywhere. We're anywhere on the internet that you look for Neck of the Woods. You can buy it straight through our website or whatever you want. But we our next set of gigs is scheduled for November, assuming the second wave of coronavirus doesn't hit and assuming the United States isn't literally burnt to the ground. Seeing as how we are supposed to be playing a show, I think it's in Milwaukee on the day of the election.
Oh.
So we'll see. We're supposed to.
What could go wrong there?
Yeah. Well, and like, dude, the day before that we'll be in Minneapolis.
Holy shit.
So we're supposed to do that. And that's us opening for Misery Signals, which of course is a band we're very influenced by, and another fantastic band that all of us absolutely love called End. So we're touring on that package as the opener for that whole run. That ends us in St. Louis, I think. And then we're trying to tour down. We're in the midst of booking, which has been a real hair-pulling experience to try and make our way down to Texas to make up for our missed South by Southwest and then back up the West Coast. So we're trying to make a big loop out of it. But our next scheduled publicized gig is going to be opening for Misery Signals in November. And then beyond that, it's kind of a crapshoot to book a gig right now. We just started working with a booking agent, which is a real treat. inconvenient timing to now finally have a booking agent. Up until this point, I've done all of it myself. So I've booked every gig we've ever played, and booking gigs in 2021 is like damn near impossible because every band on planet Earth right now is trying to fill their 2021 and being like, well, 2020 sucked. Let's make 2021 our year. So the competition to get a hold on a venue is like sky high.
Unreal.
So we're doing our best.
Yeah.
I mean, worst case, if everything goes to crap, but Canada reopens a little bit, then we'll probably do a Canadian run if we can this year. Like if the second wave doesn't devastate this great nation, then maybe we'll be able to make our way out and do an Alberta rip and play Calgary just for you.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be the goal. We'll see. Hopefully
Awesome.
November.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that stuff like especially some of that bigger stuff has been rescheduled, right?
Yeah. That was
bet
kind
that's
of
a big relief.
the real kicker. Oh, for sure, man. Yeah. Couldn't be happier to have that one lined up. And again, we just really hope that it does come to fruition because the world's kind of a scary place right now. So it could go either way. And ultimately, that tour not happening is like not a very big deal at all compared to what is going on and needs more attention than a death metal band from Canada.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. Apparently a bunch of stuff needs to be figured out right now.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. 19 was so promising.
Wasn't it? And it really led to that, like, the whole everybody was like, 2020 is going to fucking
we're set up. This is going to be the best.
Yeah. We were juiced.
Fuck. Well, everybody go support this great band, Neck of the Woods. Fuck, please. Again, like you just said, there is totally more important shit going on out there right now. But we are here to entertain.
No, you're not wrong.
So, that's the whole point of my show. That's why I play in a death metal band. I want to provide entertainment for people when they want to get away from all this shit. So go check out the album is great, dude. I listen to it all the time. It's fucking
I'm glad
rad.
you like it.
Very nice work. And thanks a lot for taking some time out here, man.
Anytime. Thanks for having me, Nate. I appreciate it very, very much.
All right. Thanks, everybody. I'm still here. So, what do you think, everybody? Wasn't he a great interview? Isn't Jeff? He's so well-spoken. You want your singer to be well-spoken, I think. And he did that. He was all involved in that video. Like, what a crazy, creative, awesome guy. Super. It was a pleasure to get to do that. So, what do you guys think? Like, there's a bunch of pre-tape stuff. This is all really essentially testing, really. What do you think of the format? Was this entertaining? Like we said, we're trying to have an escape. And, I really enjoy doing this. I get to talk to people that I want to talk to during the week when we can both do it and stuff. So doing the half live, coming to you from AI. Look at me, I'm in the Matrix. I go in and out of it if I move too much. See? So next week, I think we're going to call Tom Green again. I don't know. We could do Conspiracy Corner. We could do Lost Pets of the Week. We could do, oh boy, Memes of the Week. There's lots of stuff that we could do. The Natrix. It's hilarious. Thanks for watching, everybody. The chat has been lit. Good times. Like I say, so please share with everybody. This will get better every week. I feel like I've got it more on lock this week. It'll just get more and more crushing from here on out. So really try to spread the word. I mean, however you can. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, whatever you have to do now. All I've been doing is setting up accounts and trying to stream to them. Oh, that's another thing. So right now, allegedly, well, for sure, we're streaming on Periscope, my personal Facebook, Twitch, and D Live. I have to, and I've been trying to stream to YouTube, but it's really, I'm missing something. It's like one of the last things I have to figure out. So, yeah, just try to spread the word, you know? I want to do some quick thank yous here. I want to thank my guests. I want to thank Dan Doherty and Lee for getting together with me and doing that interview and talking about HorrorCon. Check out horror-con.ca. Go buy all the tickets next year. And I want to thank Jeff and all the guys in Neck of the Woods. I want to thank, like I said earlier, Ace. He set me up really awesome, and he's a good man. And I want to thank my lovely wife, JL, who has, she's more than half the reason that this has gone way smoother than ever before. It's astonishing. It'll only get better. And I want to thank Nancy, as always. Everybody always wants to thank Nancy. She's the best. And James, like my buddy Big James, and Carlin for doing the land recognition. And I want to send a special shout out to Mike Watson. What did you guys think of Becca in the chat? Just interesting. I like the Natrix. This is an interesting concept. Oh, right now, if anybody's interested too, I don't know if you can hear that, but we're playing some Moon Griffin, which is my friend Elliot, who did the intro to the show. This is his jazz band. I don't know. Here, I'll turn it up a little bit. And if you're into fucking jazz, check out some Moon Griffin. Oh, of course I turn it up with the trumpet part, right? Auto mod? We have auto mods happening. Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know what that means. All right, anyways, support. I love all you people. This is gonna rule. It's a good ass time doing this. I want to thank you all for watching. And now you're gonna oh, I forgot to play this commercial, and then I'm gonna play the credits. No Pain Roofing, go check it out. Couple dudes in the scene work for it, and yeah, cheers. Love you all. Peace.
Your roof is an important part of keeping you and your family safe. No Pain Roofing guarantees no pains when it comes to repairing, replacing, and installing your roofing materials. We make exterior renovations painless. Visit nopainroofing.ca for more information.